We're at 2401 Welton Street, and it is called the Blair Caldwell African American Research Library. I believe it's been here for over just about 20 years. And what we look to do here is preserve a lot of history. So the head person of the library, her name is Terry Nelson, and she's just been capturing artifacts of Black history, brown history that's been happening in the American West. Millions of documents that she has archived here, books, pictures, stories of families, cowboys as Black folks. This is a phenomenal resource for education that literally sits here on the corridor. But how we come to making these decisions of the zoning changes is a community process. But who is the community? Who are the people that are going and saying, we want this versus that? And what I'm trying to say as young folks is we have to figure out how to engage in our community. Not just saying, oh, we want this, but who you need to be telling who you want this to. This building is probably the most dear piece of property to me in the 5 Points because my grandfather helped build this building. My grandfather bought this building in late 1970s. What he was able to do was he worked with the federal government to get a loan from HUD to redevelop the building into a 21-unit apartment complex that services low-income tenants and veterans of the military. Everyone, the name of this building is called the Rossonian. I would say that it's probably what we've described as like the crown jewel of 5 Points. During the times of heavy segregation, there would be these music shows that would happen downtown, and these famous jazz musicians would come because they were getting booked downtown. But the hotels downtown wouldn't let them stay in the hotels because they were Black. So what these jazz performers would do is they'd come down here to 5 Points and perform these late night shows, and they would stay in the Rossonian. Can you imagine, like, you know, the normal event ends at 11 o'clock, and then the real cool event starts at 1 o'clock here, right? Like, so. Here at the Brother Jeff Cultural Center, Brother Jeff is an institution here in 5 Points. He supports our community in a ton of ways, but I think one by just providing a safe space for people that look like you and like me.
Like they were saying, y'all is a group of like students of color for students of color. So we organize in like educational fields, like in school, like district initiatives, like just all things DPS that deals with like social justice or like people liberation is kind of what y'all works at. But the ultimate goal of y'all is to form policy that like liberates our people in schools and helps students of color and things like that. So yeah, this group is just a collection of young change makers.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Beautiful.
As your group right now, you have more power and influence than maybe some established organizations or individuals who are going around with their individual voice. Your voice is a collective voice. And so you have power right now. That's why I appreciate adults who work with young people and adults who listen to young people. So
we'll learn more about that.
So Norma should show you some.
All right, so we're gonna this is the end of the tour, but we are gonna go in and check out the Cultural Center. There were a couple of names I mentioned, one Norman Harris Sr., Charlie Cousins. We can just go in and you guys can just enjoy it, and that is the end of our 5 Points walking tour.